Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. It's been a pretty exciting day so far with Lunastra being announced a little over 12 hours ago, followed by an official Capcom livestream, and then now she's live in game. It's pretty crazy to think about how quickly everything has happened, but with that in mind, I thought I'd put together a quick video to take a look at all the gear and weapons we can craft, speak a little bit more about them, and make a few suggestions for things you might want to consider. It is pretty late or early over here, depending on how you look at it, so I'm going to keep this brief, but rest assured there'll be more videos for you guys very soon. But for the time being, if you guys enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below, let me know what you think, and let me know what you're going to be going after first. Armor, weapons, and which ones. Now, let's start off by talking about the armor. Aesthetically, it shares some similarities with the Teostra gear, the main differences being the blue colouring, and also the helmet, but similarities aside, it of course has its own set of skills. Starting out with the set bonus, there's both a 2 and 4 piece bonus. Your 2-piece bonus is stamina cap up to increase your stamina cap, and your 4-piece set bonus is Mind's Eye Ballistics, which for melee users stops your attacks from bouncing, and for gunners it shortens the distance before ammo and arrows reach maximum power. Then, moving on from there to the skills, for the alpha set you're looking at wide range level 4, which allows your items to affect nearby allies with 66% efficacy, and given the available slots you could quite easily bump this up to level 5. You then have health boost level 3 for that plus 50 health, which might come in handy if you're learning the ropes against Lunastra, although then again if you've got far enough to make the armor you're probably alright. Blast attack level 3 for that plus 20% blast build up, and since all the Lunastra weapons and variants have blast on them, you can get some mileage out of this. You have tool specialist, which shortens the time until you can use your specialized tools again, meaning mantles and boosters, although I will say I tested this skill a while ago and I didn't really feel like it offered a huge benefit, so while they are adding a new mantle, it's not exactly a skill I would personally pursue. Peak performance, this is a nice one, only level 2, meaning you get plus 10 attack when you are on full health, but again, given the slots you could quite easily get this to level 3. And when you pair it with the Nerg variants of the Lunastra weapons which have health regen on, this could be quite cool. And finally, evade extended level 2, extending the distance that you can evade. So all up, admittedly not the best set of skills, but definitely some stuff you can work with. Meanwhile on the beta front, you lose the blast attack altogether, and health boost drops down to level 2, wide range drops down to level 2, and tool specialist drops down to level 2. But of course, beta sets are all about the slots, and that is where things get interesting. For the alpha set, you're looking at a level 3 and level 1 slot in the helmet, 2 level 1s in the chest, level 3 on the gloves, level 2 and level 1 in the waist, and another level 2 and level 1 in the legs. So for an alpha set, that's actually pretty generous. But for the beta set, the helmet then has a level 3 and level 2 slots. The chest, this one is pretty interesting. It has 3 level 1 slots, but also it's the chest that carries the level 2 peak performance. So assuming you want to make a set with this in mind, this is going to be a very important piece. I expect to see this one in particular crop up a fair bit in some new mix sets. The gloves are level 3, level 2, the waist is 2 level 2s, and the legs are also 2 level 2s. So again, very nice on the slot front. So while you might not be jumping for joy at the sight of the skills altogether, as individual pieces, there's genuinely some great options here. So all up, not too bad. But the armor is only half the story. Now let's turn our attention to the weapons. Now I'm going to show you all of the weapons, but I'm not going to talk through every single one. You can see the stats, but I want to begin by giving you an overview of how this works. Lunastra offers 3 weapon variants with her tree. You first begin by crafting the base weapon, so in the case of the Greatsword, that's this Rarity 7 Empress Gale, and from there you can then upgrade it into one of the 3 different versions that are Rarity 8, either the final form Lunastra, or Lunastra mixed with Nergigante, or Lunastra mixed with Xeno'jiiva. However, what's unique about these weapons is that they also, for the first time ever, carry an armor skill, and depending on the path you choose, you'll have a different skill. If you go down the basic Lunastra path, then your weapons will have guts, and this will apply no matter what weapon type you craft, so whether it be, Lunastra longsword, dual blade, sword and shield, etc. If you're crafting the base Lunastra one, it'll always have guts. And this is the skill, of course, where when you're above a certain health threshold, you can withstand an attack that would normally cart you, so useful if you get caught in something like a supernova. However, if you instead go down the Lunastra mixed with Nergigante path, your weapons will instead give you haste and recovery, which regenerates your health as you continue to attack a monster, and your recovery varies by weapon, so generally speaking, with a heavy hitting weapon you get a bigger chunk, whereas smaller weapons it's a more gradual heal. And finally, if you go down the Lunastra Xeno'jiiva parts, these are the ones I'm probably most excited about. Your weapons gain Razor Sharp or Spare Shot. So for melee users, this halves your sharpness loss, and for bowguns and bow users, your shots have a chance to not expend coatings or ammo, which is really nice. So if you've put together any builds to obtain skills like these, then know that now, simply by having one of these weapons on you, you can get these skills, which now means you're free to expand your mix sets even further. I actually recently put together a razor sharp set myself just because I missed the skill, and to think that just a week later I now don't need it, because I can just get the weapons. However, outside of that, more broadly speaking, on the melee front, all the weapons come with natural white sharpness and room to add more with handicraft. Plus they have blast attack and pretty generous slots. The number of slots will vary based on the weapon type, but the trend is pretty similar in that the Lunastra ones have decent slots, the Nogigante ones are better, and the Xeno'jiiva ones are the best. Additionally, the base Lunastra weapons have 20% affinity, decent base raw, and average blast attack. Meanwhile, the Nogigante variants have higher base raw, 0% affinity and lower blast, and the Xeno'jiiva variants have the same base raw as the Lunastra weapons, a little less affinity but considerably higher blast attack, so you have some fun options to play with. Me personally, I have my sights set on the Nogigante and Xeno'jiiva Lunastra variants of the Sword and Shield because they're going to go nicely in some of my builds. Of course, for range weapons, the Xeno'jiiva offerings are going to be really interesting given the spare shot skill too, so that's definitely something you might want to consider. But for now, that's pretty much it from me. I'm going to leave the remaining weapons scrolling in the background so you can take a look at the stats and see what they look like. And then tomorrow, once I wake up, I'll put together some more videos to share with you guys then. In fact, I'm going to aim to jump on stream with TwoSixNine in Paradise for an hour or so tomorrow to hunt some more Lunastra, and then I'll likely share one of those hunts with you guys as a video too. So tune in live if you guys want to catch it. I'll drop links to 26 and Paradise's streams down below, or you can just keep it locked on the channel for more. Either way, let me know your thoughts down below, but for the time being, thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.